What's going on, guys? It's your boy here, Biohazard GG, and today I am back. Super pumped to do this video. This will be my first Fallout 4 video. I hope to do many more Fallout 4 videos, not just this one, but this is going to be a simple glitch video on how to duplicate any item in the game that you want, that you can scrap and store at the same time. Now, if it is an item that you can scrap and store, but it's a gun, or it's a piece of armor, that will not work. The only issue with this glitch is that it's things that you can scrap and store at the same time. However, there is a huge range of items that you can scrap and store at the same time. It's actually insane. So we're going to get straight into this. I'm not going to delay you anymore, but please remember, before we get into the video, please remember to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel an absolute ton, way more than you think. If you guys want any more glitch videos for Fallout 4, any more glitch videos in general, please leave a comment down below, subscribe, like, all of that. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do, head to your workshop, grab your concrete. I've already got 1,000 of it, I can't run now. But so you're going to want to go in your inventory, alright, with your concrete, with any item that you can scrap and store at the same time, okay? You're going to drop the item. Now, if you drop it and like that, it drops in 2 piles. There's a simple fix for that. Let me just remove this tire, get it out of the way. You're just going to want to pick them back up again, drop it again, and it should drop in 1 pile. There we go. If it drops it in 2 piles again, just pick both the piles up and drop it again. Easy as that. Now, the requirements for this are the item that you want to scrap and store and a workbench. I am in a super new game. I just started this game. The only things I've done is got John Long, Mama Murphy, and a few other settlers to come in. I've only done 1 quest. That's quite literally it. But all you're going to need is this. Now, we're just going to start doing it, yeah? So what you're going to want to do is, you'll see, depending on what console you're on, or if you're on PC, it may be different, but the simplicity of it is, you're going to want to, and here's the controversy that I've seen all over the internet. They just say, press these 2 buttons, hold down 1 button, it will be fine. However, it's not as simple as that. You can press none. You've got to press. So for me, because I am on PlayStation 5, I'll have to press the square button and then press and hold the store button after. So I'll press square button. So I press square button to scrap it like that, and then just like milliseconds after, like that, you're going to hold. Now you're going to want to hold the store button, as I just said. Don't let go of the store button, otherwise that happens and then you don't get the other prompt. But so you're going to want to tap it and press circle the milliseconds, or like 2 milliseconds after you have let go of the square and after the scrap appears. Alright, and if you do this correctly, the scrap, because it's got a small delay, it will appear in front. Now, still holding the circle button, right? Do not let go of the circle button. You're going to want to press X for me, and then press X again. If you only press X once, I'll show you what happens. But the point is, I've now got 2,000, hang on a minute, I've now got 2,000 concrete. Alright, I'm going to want to take all of it. Alright. Go into my inventory, drop it all, it drops in 2 piles, you can just pick it back up, drop it all again, it drops in 1 pile, and here are the issues. So if you just tap one on the other, that's what happens. The other prompt may appear, but yeah, so if you try and tap one on the other and hold them both down, it doesn't work. You've got to tap one and then tap the other, just like this. Now, if you do press to scrap, and then you press no to store, the item has disappeared. Because what the game is doing, and I'm going to go a little bit technical here, is that the game thinks that you are scrapping the item, so it gets rid of it on the floor, but it also gives you the prompt to store the item. So while you've scrapped the item is no longer there in your game, but if you press store, it still puts that same virtual amount of item into your workshop, glitches the game out, and that happens. We're just going to do it one more time for you guys. As you can see, I messed up. I thought it was going to drop in 2 piles there. But you're going to want to go to this for the concrete, press scrap and store, like that. It is really not as difficult as you think. I was trying it for hours on end, watching videos, just to see how it would work. and it didn't work. And the reason for this was that I was doing it wrong. I thought that the way you were meant to do it was to tap them both. I know it seems a bit technical. That was a huge mistake. I know it seems a bit technical, but that is what you're going to want to do. Now, it is a little bit tricky if you're just starting out the game and you're not used to the controls, you're not used to using a controller. If you're on PC, it is way easier. I've tried it on PC and it is so much easier because you can tap both the buttons at the same time. However, I'm on console. I've been practicing for, as I say, a few hours of messing it up, and I've been doing it correctly for about 5 minutes, and I can just keep doing this over and over again. It's stored in the workshop. Look at that, 9,000 concrete. All right, it's so simple. Possibly one of the most simple duplication glitches out there. Now, if you can't get it straight away, don't give up. I nearly gave up, but I didn't. I'm hitting them first try most of the time here. Now, once you have... Hang on a minute. I'm just going to do a quick little demonstration. If you guys have watched to this far in the video, you'll see. So if I drop it all like that, it dropped in 2 piles. And then if I drop it all again in 1 pile. Alright, now when I do this, oh hang on, I let go of the buttons. So when I do that, alright, once I've pressed to scrap the concrete, I double tapped it then accidentally. That was weird, I don't know what just happened there. I think I might have glitched the game out. Yes, I did, I didn't gain any from that. But the point is, once you have scrapped the item, once you have pressed to scrap the item, you can let go of the, store button. Let me just... You don't always get it first try. There we go. Now then, I can let go of the circle button, or B if you're on Xbox One, or I think it's E and Tab if you're on PC, and I can store the items. So just one final time at the end of the video, just to show you guys. In this video, I've gone from about, I don't know, a little bit to 36, which is going to go to over 70,000, which is just a stupid amount. But they sell for 1 cap each, so that's 70,000 caps. Obviously, you will have to go to different vendors and wait if you want to get all that, but it's still... So I'm going to do this. So, boom. You're pressing square and then holding down circle a millisecond after you've taken square off. And if you are on Xbox, you are, I believe, you are pressing the X button and then holding down the B button. And then while still holding down the B button, you press the X button if you're on PlayStation and the A button if you are on Xbox. Store it just like that. Go have a look over here. Let's see how much I have. 72,704. Now, this is doable with anything. I've got 1 copper. I could duplicate that to infinite copper. I could take the broken light bulbs for copper. I got the ceramic there. It's just going to give you ceramic. So anything you can scrap like this. Aluminium cans just give you aluminium, but then you can duplicate that aluminium. You can duplicate acid because you can scrap it. So anything you can duplicate. Now I will take out the antique globe, which, so I can drop that and I can drop that. Now if I can scrap and store the acid, boom. Now if you've got this much, you may find it a little bit difficult because you're going to have to get it to a point where you have, and unless you only want to be duplicating 1 at a time. Hang on, oh, do you mind? Thank you. And so if you want to do this, you are going to have to scrap it like that until you get 6 or more. You can do it with the globe. Yeah, see, you can do it with the globe, and then you store the globe in the workshop, I think. Yeah, so I've got 6 acid now. My anti-globe is still in the workshop. However, if you try to do this with something like a globe, again, while you are getting the resources for it, you're not getting, for instance, the things I would get, like if I were to scrap something to make glass, you can't scrap glass, therefore you wouldn't gain the glass. Now see that all of that acid just dropped into piles? That's not what we want. So we're going to want to do that, drop it, 6 acid, boom, it dropped in 1 again, and just so simply. Now see, sometimes it does take you a few tries. There we go. It's going to want to be pretty much instantaneous. Is not the easiest thing to pull off in the world, but once you do, it is stupidly overpowered. I've still got those 7 light bulbs, and I just got myself a bunch of copper. You can do this with anything. You can do this with Deathclaw hands. You can do this with fiberglass, because you can scrap fiberglass to make fiberglass. If you can scrap something to make itself, like lead, you can scrap lead to make more lead. Therefore, it's doable. Now, you could scrap the military ammo bag, but you'd only be getting 2 ballistic fiber per thing, unless you can scrap ballistic fiber. You can do it with lead, you can do it with leather, you can do it with oil. Yep, you can do it with oil. You can do it with plastic. You can do it with rubber. Alright, it's doable with so many things. You can do it with steel. I have 300 steel right now, and let's just say, oh, okay, well, I want to duplicate my steel. Now, thankfully, that dropped in 1 pile. So press the button and the other one, boom, 600 steel. Instantly. It doesn't even take a while. This has got to be one of the quickest duplication glitches in a game that I have witnessed, I have done, and I have seen. Compared to duplication glitches like games, for instance, Terraria or Minecraft, especially if you are playing on a console device, on Nintendo Switch. Don't know how it would work on phone, but it's so much slower. Tap off, because that's what you do. So you got to do it instantly, just like that. Boom. And then it will just appear like this. See, I've been doing this for about under a minute. I've already got 1,000 steel from 300. It's so overpowered, it's insane. But that is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel an absolute ton, way more than you think. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.